Welcome to Inside Warhawk Sports. I'm Sean Tian alongside UW-Whitewater men's soccer head coach Tony Guinn. Tony, you are in your first season as the Warhawks men's soccer coach, and you come from Macomb, Illinois. What made you want to leave Macomb, or what made you want to come to Whitewater?
Right. Well, I was at a Division I institution, and the job open came here, and I have a lot of family that's in the area, and this put me an opportunity to be closer to home. And Whitewater's history from an athletic perspective, and then academically, it's got a great history as well. So it just seemed like a great fit.
You're only the fourth head coach of all UW-Whitewater men's soccer history. A couple of years ago, the men's soccer team reached the Sweet 16 of the D3 finals. What can you do to help kind of continue that success or reach that success once again?
Well, I think it's important that the guys know about their history, and they have a great history here in soccer. I don't think there's a sport on campus doesn't have a really good history. We'll just continue to recruit quality athletes, and we'll focus on the Madison, Milwaukee, Chicagoland area, and continue to play. I think we probably play one of the most difficult schedules every year in this country.
The Warhawks, the men's soccer team, was ranked 16th in the national polls a couple of weeks ago. The team, though, you guys have lost the last 2 of 3 games. What can you do to try to get back into the national rankings with the recent struggles?
Yeah, well, both games were on the road, and we gave up early goals on the road. We went to Carroll and gave up 2 goals in the first 5 minutes, and that's putting yourself in a terrible hole. And then the next one, we just haven't had a lot of home games this year, so we start with a home game on Thursday night, and then we have a trip to Superior and Finlandia over the weekend. So ironically, we play 3 conference matches in 4 days.
Now, you talk about that matchup tomorrow on Thursday night. You guys are playing at home here in Whitewater against UW-Platteville, the Pioneers. They're 10-1-1 on the year. They've won or tied in their last 9 matches. How do you compete against a team like that, or what's going to be the key to beating a team like that with your recent struggles and with their recent success?
Yeah, that's a great question. I actually played for Platteville, so that's ironic. Yeah, I think that, well, historically speaking, Whitewater's had a lot of success against Platteville, and regardless of what their record is, I'm sure that they won't take Whitewater lightly. And then I think that in soccer, playing at home, there's always a humongous advantage. So they have to travel 3 hours and get off a bus, and then they have to play us. So I think that Platteville's probably having one of the best years they've had since actually the mid-'80s. Mm-hmm. So hats off to them. They're well coached. Enzo's a great coach, and we'll put our best foot forward and see what happens.
Who are some key players on your team? Who are some guys we should look out for on the Warhawks?
I think, in my personal opinion, our best player is Logan Fye. He's an attacking center mid from the Rockford area, and he's a senior, and he's a great kid. I think Kyle Sudby's done a wonderful job. He's a defender from Verona, Wisconsin, and he's a junior. And I think that our spiritual leader is Matt Meisel. He's our goalkeeper, one of 2 good quality goalkeepers that we have. So I think that I definitely know the guys are ready for this contest and that it's a big rivalry. So I think it's going to be a really quality soccer event and a quality match, and I think it'll probably be a pretty intense.
Now, I know this is only your first year here at Whitewater, but as the Warhawks men's soccer coach, but what have you enjoyed most so far?
Just getting to know the guys, getting to know people on campus, starting to feel comfortable with things that you all take for granted, like just even how to use the copier and how to use your telephone. There's a lot of high tech on this campus, and I'm not very technologically savvy, I wouldn't say. I'm more of a people person. Mm-hmm. But a lot of stuff on this campus is done electronically. It's done via texting and emails. And, I mean, I don't think not too many trees are being hurt on this campus. We're not wasting a lot of paper. But that makes my life harder because it's the modern age, you know. I have a telephone where I can see your face on it, so that blew my mind. So I had to turn that camera off because, you know, was worried about what I might be doing or how I look in that camera. But it's just getting to know people. Teaching a lot of classes on campus as well, and getting to know students, getting to know my way around. I found people to be exactly what I thought they'd be. Wisconsin, Midwestern, friendly, kind, generous, supportive. I found that.
For UW-Whitewater men's soccer head coach Tony Guinn, I'm Sean T, and that was Inside Warhawk Sports.